Hello, welcome to CodeTranslator Setup tutorial. And here I'm just going to show you how to get CodeTranslator set up before we use it. And first, we need to go to System Settings, and we need to go to Notifications. And then we need to find CodeTranslator and make sure this one is selected so that we can receive notifications from CodeTranslator. And second, we need to go to Keyboard. And then we click on keyboard shortcuts, and then we go to screenshots. We need to make sure that we selected this one, save picture of selected area as a file, and we need to set up a keyboard shortcut for this one. I recommend using Command and W because this is very easy to operate on the keyboard, but you can use any other key combinations that you feel convenient to operate. So once we set this up, we can click on CodeTranslator, and we need to set up the source language and the target language. So once you have these set up, now we can try to use CodeTranslator to translate something. And here I'm just going to insert an image. So we've got this image taken from the camera, and I'm just going to show you how to use CodeTranslator to translate the text and tables here. Now I'm just going to use split screen so we can see the original and the translation very easily. To translate text, we just press Command W, which is a shortcut for screenshot here. Once we take the screenshot, we see content is ready, we just paste. So we can see the translation is directly pasted into Word. And for this table, the same thing, we just take another screenshot of the table. So once we see content is ready, because it's a table, so we need to review, click on review, and we can look at the layout and structure and confirm it's correct. Then we can easily copy the translation and paste it into Word. We also have other options. We can open the table directly in Excel, or we can review the translation before we paste into Word. So here I'm just gonna copy the translation and paste. And we can also select the pasted content and insert table here. Now we get the translation here, and the original is up there. So just now I used copy translation to paste the content into Word. So in fact, we have other two options: open the table in Excel or review translation. And now I'm just gonna use open table in translation to show you what's gonna happen. Before I do that, I just want to let you know that all these lines, all these vertical lines and horizontal lines, they are movable. And also you can merge these cells if you want. You can also unmerge. So we can edit the layout of the table freely to make sure this structure actually reflects the true structure of the table. So now I'm just going to open the table in Excel. So we can see we've got this table now open in Excel. We can copy this back into Word if we want, or we can just keep editing in Excel. So now I'm just going to show you how to review this table with CodeTranslator. So we just hit Review Translation. Then we can review the whole table cell by cell. So we just hit Next. And obviously we can edit the translation if we want. For example, this one, I'm not going to change it, but obviously we can change the translation if we need to. So we can continue to hit Next to go through the whole table. And you can see here we got more than one cells, and that's because all of these cells have identical content, so they are grouped together. And if we look at these cells, we find one of them is different, so we can right click to delete it, but in this case we don't need to delete. So we just continue to go through the table, and these three cells are grouped together again. We can also adjust the size of the cells if we want to. For example, if we want to make it larger, we can also make it smaller. So we just continue through this table and check all the translation here. And now we're finished. So basically we have reviewed all the cells of this table. We can open the table in Excel, or we can copy translation just like we have done before. So that just has demonstrated how we can use CodeTranslator easily to translate text and tables. And now you can get started to translate your own document. Don't forget to set your original language and target language correctly. I have also recorded a few workflow videos translating different documents using CodeTranslator. Don't forget to check them out. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.